For sumo fans, Kazuki Ura encapsulates the thrill of the sport. A smaller man capable of felling larger foes with his mastery of 100 techniques. For those who know him, he is a decent and likable man whose stoic acceptance of his plight provides a model for tackling adversity far beyond the confines of the ring. When we first met Ura in June 2019, not 2 years after he was fighting and beating Yokozuna, he was doing his best to face merry stable party crowds with all privileges lost, no results to report, and no date in sight for his comeback from a second cruciate ligament injury. 3 months later, he finally got the all clear from his knee specialist, and informed the few fans who stuck with him of his intent to resume sumo life in Division 5. "I just want to give the dohyo one more try," he said, and thankfully he found he could still fight. He began with 6 wins from 7 bouts in November 2019, followed by the 5th Division title on a memorable pre-pandemic Sunday in January. A triumphant homecoming in Osaka was warranted, but pandemic restrictions meant the March 2020 tournament there, in which he scooped the Division 4 title, was held in front of empty seats. In July, the standard of opponents jumped, but he rose to the challenge, winning 6 bouts from 7 in the middle of Division 3. September 2020 thus saw him at his highest rank post-injury, 5th from the top of Division 3, and theoretically just 4 wins away from a return to salaried level after 3 long years away. Yet in all that time he had not fought a single practice bout, focusing only on skills and conditioning. He still fears his right knee could go at any time. He's desperate to regain his salary before it does. It's a long, long walk down to the ring. It's been a long, long wait these past 3 days as he's watched a procession of beastly rivals bid for the promotion place seemingly meant for him. Gnawing at him is the fact, although unthinkable even last week, that he should have sealed promotion already. A 4-win promotion was always a pipe dream, but 7 wins from 7 would have taken him straight up, regardless of results above. He did all the hard work, building precious momentum in the first 3 bouts, then using it to dominate 2 further foes and bully a third within inches of the rope. But that third man, Tochi Seiryu, escaped and slammed him into the clay. And the shock from the sudden thud destroyed his sense of security. 5 wins, 1 defeat, and Ura's control over the situation vanished upon that impact. Henceforth, to go up, he would be relying on others to fail. At that point, 2 promotion slots to Division 2 were guaranteed. 1 was freed up by the sudden retirement due to injury of stablemate Kizaki Umi pre-tournament, poetically inviting Ura to pick up his baton. Another was created by hapless Wonky, firmly on course to become the first Division 2 debutant to lose all 15 of his bouts. A 3rd slot might open up with the continued failure of Kitaharima, 34 years old, back for a final throw of the dice at salaried level and running out of lucky numbers. 2 defeats from his final 4 bouts would send him down. Mixed indeed were Ura's feelings then as Kitaharima faced 3rd Division top ranker Jo Koryu in a crunch match on day 12. As Kitaharima could be demoted regardless of the result, Ura would be best served by a win depriving Jo Koryu of promotion. But how could he cheer against Jo Koryu, his own senior stablemate? He couldn't. And he doubtless reasoned that if the sumo gods summoned by all those handclaps worked their magic, they would somehow find a way for the 2 stablemates to rise together. Jokoryu was 0-3 last week. Sheer desire to provide for his young son, embodied by the lucky charm in his cotton belt, brought him back to 3-3. His heart a furnace of passion as Kitaharima's once bright flame flickers. Both men fear no longer coping in Division 2. As of now, only Kitaharima knows for sure that he can't, and the absence of hope depresses him. Winning this bout is more than a tall order. All Kitaharima can offer is a wistful mime of a healthier younger self, a twist of the now hunched shoulders that once delivered fine winning moves. He will win no more bouts this tournament. For Jokoryu, elation at replacing Kizaki Umi in Division 2, but a fear that the Kitaharima of today is the mirror image of himself tomorrow. Ura's next hope is for Division 3's other top ranker, Takagenji, to lose. Last week, he often did. This week, he's been markedly better, and certain to go up with victory here. Opponent Sakigake can also snatch promotion if he wins, but his lower rank means Ura can still leapfrog him. Ura must thus pray for the weight of painful experience to somehow crush the vigor of strapping youth. But can even the Sumo gods work such miracles? The wind has long left Sakigake's sails. Takagenji wins and the top 2 promotion slots are taken. Forlorn Kitaharima will open up a third, but second ranker Chiyono-umi and fourth ranker Naya already have 4 wins with a bout to spare. Should each man win his final bout, fifth ranker Ura's promotion hopes may well be doomed. First up on day 13, Chiyono-umi facing 2nd Division struggler Daishoho. Finally, Ura catches a break. Having beaten Chiyono-umi last week, he is sure to be favored if their promotion credentials are directly compared. And yet the joy is but fleeting. The next day sees Naya beat Daishoho, leading sports media to suggest he has leapfrogged Chiyono-umi into the 3rd promotion slot. The media rejoices at the success of a treasured Yokozuna's grandson, but Ura is now left clutching at straws. It may just be that Fuji Azuma, barred from competing after contracting the virus, is forced to make way for him, but honest, humanist Ura would never be able to stomach such an outcome. Please, sumo gods, he would rather pray, let there be a fairer way. Amazingly, there is one. Daishoho's indifferent form has put him in far more trouble than expected. The loss to Naya is his 8th this tournament near the foot of Division 2. A 9th defeat will send him down. An astonishing prospect for a man with no apparent injury, fighting at top division level just months prior. That's why Ura is here now, for the dreaded kaisen, the swap-over match. Should Daishoho lose, all the second division privileges he now enjoys, the attire, the attendance, and the money will be ceded to Ura. Daishoho knows it's never fun being the hunted, especially when the crowd are fully behind the hunter. A salvo of camera flashes harries his ears, not one of the lenses pointed at him. Yet somehow, both men must focus on the task at hand, staring the opponent down at ringside while the next two bouts are fought. As if to mock Ura, the second of these two bouts features Yago, another ex-top division man held back by a knee problem. Another grim reminder of the struggle ahead. The ring attendants' warbled notes finally call the two men to action. Deep breath, clap to the gods, then stamp the demons away. Being 0-2 against this opponent is clearly preying on Daishoho's nerves. He's been confronted with a peril scarce foreseen even yesterday. Unprepared, he almost forgets who he is when shyly pleading for water and paper. Where is his salaried wrestler's sense of entitlement? Ura recalls both previous bouts were fought pre-injury and under far less pressure. He can't risk moving the way he did back then. Another method must be found. Impose my style of sumo is the wrestler's doctrine, but Ura's knees can't permit him a concrete style. All he has is a flotilla of diverse techniques randomly caught up in the rapid currents of his brain. The nearest pair of oars will have to do. At this late stage, with nothing but mental torture to prepare for, any form of extra support becomes welcome. As luck should have it, Ura's stablemate Akiseyama is due at ringside for his bout. This dogged veteran has overcome eye surgery and other complications to win Division II promotion 7 times, and lost the ability to sit cross-legged in the combined effort. Injuries discounted, so positive an omen for Ura can scarce be found. Ura will catch him in the corner of his eye and be duly grateful. Every step upon this dohyo now reminds both fighters of the status changes at stake. Now, Daishoho has the rights, Ura the imposed responsibilities. His hair must be worn in the more ornate style of salaried wrestlers, but he can forget about such luxuries as a face towel. Think about the symbolism, extrapolate to daily sumo stable life, and understand why they compare this to heaven and hell. The last time these two fought, Ura won by leg pull. It's the move Hefty Daishoho fears most and will try anything to counter, aesthetics be damned. But if he assumes a leg pull is coming and guesses wrong, he's toast. What does he do? What does Ura do? It is time for the 2,500 crowd and the millions of TV viewers to find out. Ura, you've done it. That's it. Keep breathing. You've done it. And the omens once again begin to look good. For the first image you see when digesting your feat is that of Midori Fuji, a man yet smaller than you, warming up for a prospective 11th win from 15 at 2nd Division level. Call on superstition if you must, Ura. Whatever it takes to keep you impressing on the stage you deserve.